This could be a bad idea. And before I get into what that idea is, I would just like to mention that today's video is sponsored by Manta Sleep, and we will be talking about them later in the video. So this lens is my all-time favorite lens. I've had this lens for many, many years. I think around 10 or 11 years at least. And it is the Canon 50mm f1.4. And I have been using this religiously for all of my creative projects. I would say at least 95% of the videos that I've posted on YouTube have used this lens for at least one shot, if not the majority of the video. It's got a really low f-stop, which lets in a lot of light, and you get that really nice like background blur that I am obsessed with. These retail for about $500, I think, brand new. At least that's what I paid for mine. And basically what I'm saying is that I don't think I can live without it. However, the other day, Tyler and I walked to a waterfall, and I took this with me, expecting to take some gorgeous, beautiful photos of this waterfall, and I wanted to be in them, and I wanted it to be kind of blurry in the back. And anyway, I turned the camera on and noticed something was a little bit fishy. And the lens will not focus any closer than like 5 feet. It's stuck between like 5 feet and infinity. The autofocus doesn't work and the manual focus doesn't work. So I Googled it, and I think in order to get this repaired, it would be fairly pricey, as well as to buy a new one would be fairly pricey. They do sell 50mm f1.8 lenses, which are a lot more affordable. However, in a last-ditch effort to save this lens from becoming a decor item, I'm gonna take it apart. I found a tutorial on YouTube, as one does, and I am going to be taking apart this lens today and seeing if I can fix it. I'm not qualified in any way, shape, or form to be teaching anybody how to do this. I'm not qualified in any way, shape, or form to be doing this myself. I don't even have the proper tools. What I'm using is a teeny tiny baby screwdriver for glasses. That's what I'm using. As well as a little nail kit that I got for Christmas. Why am I filming this? Why not? If you have the same issue that I'm having, I recommend to watch the video that I'm about to be following religiously. I have been watching this video multiple times to make sure I know what I'm doing. Do I know what I'm doing? No. I am scared. Also, in my scatterbrain state, I forgot to mention how I think this lens got broken. I was leaving my nan's house the other day and I slipped and fell on the ice, and I had my camera backpack only on one of my shoulders, and I think it slammed into the ground. From what I can tell before taking this apart, it looks like there's this metal ring inside that the sliders have to go through, and if they get bent, the sliders can't move through them, which will not allow the lens to focus. Fingers crossed that's that's the problem, because other than that, I literally have no idea, and I could literally be taking apart this lens for nothing. And the main reason why I'm not sending it away to have it fixed is because it is quite old. It's had its day. It has been used more than any lens I've ever had. You know, it's seen some things. My biggest concern here is returning this back to its original state once the problem has been sorted. All right, this guy goes really quick, and there's no possible way I am going to be doing this as fast as he is. Plus, I really need to make sure that all of the pieces stay in order somehow. So first things first, let's take apart this. Can't even begin to tell you how very wrong this feels. Okay, piece number one. So far so good, but I'm so scared. Well, we've run into our first issue. I didn't realize that the screws on the bottom were a little bit bigger than the ones on the top. So now that I have these in a bunch of different sizes, here's hoping that I can get these screws off.
There we go. There's one. Yeah, not the best screwdrivers for their job, but man,
Pretty tough, eh?
they just don't.
I know.
They don't turn out.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause this here for a quick second so I can tell you guys about today's sponsor, Manta Sleep. Manta Sleep is actually a sleep mask company who design masks to help you sleep better. They offer 100% blackout so that you get better sleep. I know this time of year in January, everyone's kind of working on their health goals. So if one of your health goals is to get more sleep or get better sleep, you should definitely look into Manta Sleep. The design of the mask is really comfortable. It is 100% adjustable, and it is extremely soft, super stretchy. see. The eye cup design actually allows your eyeballs to, like, you can open and close your eyes and without any eyelashes or anything hitting. However, if you do need a bigger size, they do offer bigger eye cup sizes. I can literally put this on with my false eyelashes on, open and close my eyes, and they don't even touch. This is also perfect for like napping in the daytime. If you can't stand sleeping with lights, you can put this on and there will be no lights in your eyes. If you're looking for a mask to fit a specific need, they do also have a variety of different styles. They offer cooling masks, steaming masks, aroma masks, silk masks, weighted masks, all kinds of different varieties to fit the need that you're looking for. And if you do want to check them out, I will leave all of their info in the description box below. And if you want a little discount code, you can use my code LifeofFallon10 for 10% off your purchase with them. So thanks again, Manta Sleep, for sponsoring this video. And now let's see how the lens progress is going. After Tyler helped me get the screws out of the mounting ring, which let me tell you were seriously no joke, I just spent the next little bit of time watching the tutorial super closely and taking apart the lens piece by piece and lining it up so that I would know exactly how to put it back in together until I reached the focus ring that seemed to be the culprit of all the problems. So this video is leading me to believe that the source of my issues is this, and the fact that this is supposed to be completely flat, but it's bent down. And it's hard to believe that something so small would make such a huge problem. In the video, they take this thing off, but I cannot get it off for the life of me, and I think I've pretty much almost stripped the screws, and I don't want to try and take it off anymore. So I think I'm going to try and fix it without taking that off. How the guy fixes it is pretty interesting. But he puts it on the edge of a table, or I guess I would have to do it on the edge because of this metal piece that I can't get off. But he puts it on a table, and he holds it like this, and he smashes it. He smashes it down. So I guess that's what I have to do until it becomes flat. Yeah, and then I'll have to reassemble this whole situation. Not gonna lie, this feels wrong on multiple levels, but so I've definitely gotten it to a point where, I don't know, I mean, it is still slanted like slightly, which kind of makes me a little bit nervous because like if I put this back together and it still doesn't work, I'm gonna be like, oh, was it because I didn't like really pound that down? But it is like so much flatter than it was before. But you really have to look at it to realize that it's like slightly bent, so it looks way better than it did. So I'm gonna hope that is good enough. I accidentally hit my finger with the piece of wood, so if you do try this at home, don't put your fingers too close because now I'm bleeding. Now I think there's one last step before reassembling everything. The guy in the video takes a nail file and kind of just like sands down the areas that he like pounded on so that the thingies can still move through them. Off camera, I went ahead and sanded these down so that the sliders go through the holes smoothly. The last step is to reassemble and pray that this works. Tyler keeps telling me not to get my hopes up just in case. Because there is, you know, there's no guarantee that this is gonna solve the problem, but this is what the guy on the video did and it solved his problem, so fingers crossed it solves mine too. I wonder how long it's going to take to put this back together. Also, just saying, the people who said this took an hour to do absolutely lied. This has definitely been a several hour project at this point. Okay, she's all back together.
So you're telling me this is the moment of truth.
Okay, so from what I can tell, something has changed anyway. I'm a little bit worried about the electronics. I don't know if I got those back in correctly, but this is actually moving again, which it was stuck before. So I am led to believe that this should focus. Okay friends, so we're gonna use this lovely puzzle box camera as a little focusing point. So here we go. Manual focus test. Oh baby, it works! Okay, we'll unfocus it, and then we're gonna put autofocus. Oh, whoa. Okay. No, something's not quite right there.
Well, it's...
Okay. She needs some adjustments, for sure. Okay, so this is how the lens is currently looking. On the upside, we did get it working. The manual focus works. The lens is at least not trash yet. However, there's definitely still some issues with the autofocus. It is really searching and can't find the focal point. So I think I am going to have to go back in and make sure I do have everything, especially the electronic part of the whole thing, put back together correctly. And I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow, I think. But I think we're on the right track, which is good. So far, so good. Welcome to day 2 of me trying to fix this lens. So yesterday we took this whole thing apart and put it back together, and we got the manual focus to not be stuck anymore. However, yeah, so the electronics are not quite there. So as much as I don't want to do this again, we're doing it all over again. So I think I'm just gonna do a little speed through, a little time-lapse action of me taking this apart, because you've seen it all already. So enjoy. I ended up taking this lens apart and putting it back together a total of 3 times. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get the autofocus working. So maybe I didn't totally fix it, but I wouldn't count this as a total loss either, since I did get the manual focus working again. I've had this lens for a long time, so I feel like I should probably just replace it, but I'm stubborn, so I actually ordered a new focus ring online, and I'm gonna try again when it arrives. But until then, I'll have to make do with what I have. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks to Manta Sleep for sponsoring this video.